Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway-World. Following a critically acclaimed London run, Lucy Kirkwood's new play, The Children, is coming to Manhattan Theatre Club's Samuel J. Friedman Theatre, where it will open on December 12th. And we dropped by the rehearsal room to meet the company. How did you come about with the idea to tell the story through these three people?
Well, first of all, I was really intent on doing it in that way because I think that's what we come to the theatre to see. We come to see human behaviour. So it's and I struggled for it's a really long time to find the form for it. And then there was an incident in Japan in 2011, which was the Fukushima nuclear meltdown, which you guys might be aware of, but there was an earthquake at sea and a tidal wave, and that caused a flood through a nuclear power station, which caused this horrific shutdown, massive ecological disaster. And in the sort of fallout of that and the things that came out of that, it was a very rare moment. I'm very slow. My internal metronome is quite slow, but it was a rare occasion of just seeing these three people and understanding what their dramatic structure was and how we could use these three characters to look at this issue.
When I first read the play, the first thing that hits you is it's extremely funny. By about page 10, you've laughed out loud 3 times. So that's one of the wonderful things about it, is that the seriousness of the play and its debate about responsibility totally creeps up on you through these wonderful, eccentric, human, complex characters who are a joy to spend an evening with.
London audiences have fallen in love with this play already. What was it like just listening to the way and the dialogue this play started with, how people should deal with this subject?
It was really gratifying how charmed by the people they were and held by the relationships and the complexity of that. And that means that by the time you get to the sort of heavy end of the play, if you like, you are completely on board with these people and rooting for them as they slug it out in a way over how best they can kind of take responsibility for themselves, for their children, for the world.
I think the very first thing was that it was a complete page-turner. I mean, when you say, oh, it's about 3 nuclear physicists, you can immediately feel people, but no, it's completely personable. And when I read it, it was a page-turner. I kept thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Because in actual fact, that is the issue, but it's also about these 3 people who've known each other a very long time, and Rose, my character, comes back into their lives and then actually is a catalyst and confronts them with many things. Personal issues, which is what people are more often than not really interested in, we're all interested in personal issues, aren't we? And then, of course, there is the thing about climate change and nuclear energy, which everybody is still interested in. They may feel a bit daunted, and it's like the title, The Children, I think is very much based on Lucy thinking that in general, by and large, we're all children. We offload responsibility onto other people. We hope that they'll sort it out for us, and as we know, they do, they don't. But this one, these people are of a certain age. They've lived a life, and now they're coming back and thinking, what can we put in? What can we do? And yes, and how can we make change and help the younger generation?
There's a lot of humour in it. She writes very witty parts for us, and it's wonderful to play. And it's a real, it's sort of like music. You really have to come in, so we're all playing off each other, and it's wonderful that we all get on so well and we all hear and appreciate each other, so it's fantastic to be on the stage with Francesca and Ron, so it's really great. And it's such a powerful piece.
What can you tell us about who you play without giving anything away?
It's quite hard to because we don't want to spoil the thing. Well, I play Hazel, who was a nuclear scientist working at a nuclear plant on the coast of East England, and I'm married to Robin, who is played by Ron.
They've retired from that and now run a farm, but something's happened in the vicinity, and we suddenly one night we get a stranger arrive, Rose, who used to work at the nuclear plant with us, and we don't know why she's arrived. And this relationship between the three of them, it's about all that, you know. So it's very funny too.
And that I love, yeah.
That's another thing about Lucy, how she managed to make something very funny, very moving, hopefully, and important, you know, frightening. It's been a year since we did it. We're a year older. Things have happened in the world in that year, and just thinking back on it, so we could do that, and we're sort of taking into account that it's an American audience, maybe. So we've tweaked the play a bit. Lucy's there, which is fantastic that Lucy's around. So she's improving it as well. Maybe you could say that instead of that, and we get excited because oh yes, that's even better. And a few tweaks of references, cultural references to that. So the American, without making the play American, it's just so that people will understand what the references are. So,
what are you looking forward to the most with being here on Broadway with this beautiful play?
I'm looking forward to the response it gets.
What are you hoping audiences here in the United States take away from your play?
I think I'm really concerned that what they don't feel lectured at, because I don't like going to the theatre and feeling lectured at, and I think it's not the purpose of theatre. It's the purpose of theatre is to explore the human condition. So what I hope is they feel that the human condition was explored in a way that they recognise and in ways that surprises them and is painful and joyful and entertaining, and that the story of these three people sort of lodges in their brain in a way that will play out over the coming months, and they'll just think of them in certain moments.